Hello, sir.
Joe.
How are you doing today?
Oh, we're just as fine as can be down here.
Nice, nice.
Got a buddy hanging out here with me. You want to say hi to him?
What's going on, Joe?
What's going on, Wes? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good. Hanging out, just got done
Good.
eating some steak.
Oh, nice,
Yeah, we screwed
nice.
up. We went to dinner and ate all kinds of stuff, and now we don't have any energy to do anything
Feeling
else.
lethargic.
It's kind of like that brisket, huh?
Oh man, I about ate him out of house and home.
Oh yeah,
First time I went over there, yeah, yeah. They make good barbecue in New York.
yeah. I'm gonna have to go up there and get me some of that then.
Well, lucky you, you get to have some February 22nd when you come up.
Mm, speaking my language.
Ah, shit. I got to find an excuse to come up there for that show now.
Hell yeah,
There you go. There you go.
yeah. If the music don't suit you, the food will.
Well, hell,
It's a good combo.
you can't find no better music than jamming at the Legion. Come on now.
Oh, we're trying. We're trying.
Hey man, thank you for taking our call, number one. And
Thanks for having me.
we wanted to pull you on the podcast here, and especially I know you've got Wes coming up there in February to do a show, and we want to promote that and talk about what you're doing with Waz Fest and jamming at the Legion and stuff like that. Because as a fan, man, we appreciate people that are putting on shows and providing venues for this music to get out there to people and stuff. Um, so for me, definitely, thanks, Joe, for everything you do up there. I know it's a lot of work. I know it's maybe sometimes some aggravation and everything else, man. But it's just super cool that you do it and put it out there for everybody.
And thanks for giving us an avenue in New York where we didn't have one, man. A lot of us guys don't get to tour up that way whole too often. So it's cool to have a sweet spot to come and hang out and have people listen.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming up. Like you said, there's not too many up here that, are bringing the independent artists. And there's so much talent out there, Wes, that it's just it's incredible. And
Yeah.
I always told everybody like it doesn't matter. Like I try to go south 3 times a year. My wife don't travel, but I'll jump in the truck with my old man and one of my kids or whatever, and we'll just head south and we'll make a 4 or 5 day weekend out of it, and then do whatever. But we started Waz Fest maybe 5 or 6 years ago now, and probably within the last 2 3 years people just started reaching out. Canada, you know Syracuse, people are driving 3 4 hours away to come to a backyard party that we're calling a small festival right now, and we're bringing 4 or 5 artists in, and people are digging it. And then finally I was like, I want to do something all year long. My wife's like, run with it, do it. It's
Oh yeah.
people are showing the interest. Just run with it. So, and I just started booking. I was gonna do like 5 shows during the year, and then I have a roster of like 13 now. So it's just taking off, and
That's not a
I'm
bad
doing
problem
maybe.
to have.
No, no, not at all. And I think the coolest part is now I got people reaching out to me that want to come. I'm not the one that has to chase the artist now too. Which makes it really cool on my end.
If you build it, they'll come, man, and you've built it into something. That's for sure.
I told my old lady that the other day, and she's just like, "Yeah, you're right." She's like, she didn't doubt it, but she didn't think it would take off as fast as it is.
And that's the thing with this style of music, and especially these independent artists that put so much effort into promoting themselves and promoting their shows and everything else. Man, everybody just digs in and tries to help and be helpful, and it's just super cool to see that happening.
Y-
And the thing, it's like what we're doing now. You and I didn't. We've not even met face to face yet, but we message each other all the time, and we're talking about stuff and bouncing ideas back and forth. And I just think it's super cool that we have this available to us.
Yeah, I have absolutely agree. The independent community is just amazing. Everybody's trying to build everybody up. Nobody's like, cutting throats to, get to to the top per se. They're always behind each other. I can get three or four of them together, and they're all good buddies. They all sit around and shoot the crap and just love on each other, and you can tell the interaction between them there that it's genuine, and they're they are true friends.
Yeah, yeah, and it's super cool to see that.
It's a crazy thing you don't see in a lot of other genres, or even in the bigger part of our genre, is folks that get along, man.
Hmm.
And a lot of us guys play the same places, and we never get to see each other unless it's stuff like Waz Fest or North Springs or uh, the cool stuff we get to see each other for. Most of the time, we're on the road playing the same places a week apart.
Yeah, bouncing back and forth and
Yeah, yeah. And man, it's crazy that 20, 25 years ago, you would never know that people like this exist.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there was no avenue for it to go. Like,
Well, where in the hell can you go and see 4 and 5 different independent artists anywhere? I mean that's kind of unheard of. And the fact that it's being done, and the work that Joe's doing in New York, and Dustin over at North Springs, and all that stuff, it's just so cool that this is available not only to the artists but the fans. And the independent community has got some of the best damn fans in the world. I'll say
oh yeah,
on the record,
I
Your
agree.
Honor.
I agree.
I'll
Yeah.
say that on the record, Your Honor. Best damn fans.
I've met some diehard crazies, man, and some of my favorite people.
Yeah, it's just super cool. Joe, when is Waz Fest this year?
Waz Fest is July 12th this year. It's a Saturday. We're only doing one day. Usually we do 2 days, but it's just a lot. And, I thought I'll scale it back a little bit. We'll do it one day and see how it goes. I'm throwing an idea of a pre-party together, but, that's not for sure yet. We'll see as we get closer what kind of craziness I can come up with.
Yeah, so July 12th.
July
What's the
12th.
lineup on that?
We got Dallas Moore, we got Brandon Martin, Rye Davis, Addison Johnson, Daniel Johnson, and Justin Clyde.
Shout out
Chapel.
Daniel Johnson.
Yep.
I
Yep.
just
So-
learned about Daniel Johnson. Wes just told me about him.
Everybody's about to learn about Daniel Johnson, I think.
Daniel Johnson's amazing. I found Daniel probably about 2 years ago now, and I just can't get enough of it. Like, it's just, I put something on, and the wife's like, "Who's this?" I'm like, "Oh, this is a Waz Fest guest," and she's like, "Oh, good. I like it. I like it." So I introduced her to a lot of stuff. In the beginning, she's just like, "Okay, whatever." Now I catch her singing songs.
Hell yeah.
Man, that's super cool.
So, but it'll be really good. It's fun, and I like to meet people. I don't like to get up in front of a crowd too much, but I like to meet everybody, and I can talk in a small circle, but I don't know how you guys get up in the front of a huge crowd like that.
Man, the first time I did it, it freaked me out. And it still freaks me out.
I was about to say,
Is it really?
I don't get a whole lot of the big crowds too often, man. Yeah, they still scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I think we all get, if it doesn't give you the jitters, then it's not fun to you anymore. You know what I mean?
Sure. I like it to be short, sweet, and get off the stage and let the real act take over.
I always get nervous, like at least halfway through the first song. If I can make it halfway through the first song, I kind of settle in and I'm
Yeah.
okay after that. But
Into my third or fourth song, I'm usually good
Yeah.
and geared in.
it takes a little while to get.
And it don't matter if it's my crowd or not. It just happens.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You always worry about, well, am I going to forget something or screw it up or this or that or the other? But the cool thing is, all these people are your fans either way. They don't give a damn if you screw it up. They're like, hey,
No, well,
Yeah.
that's one of the good things about like coming up here. We don't care if you screw it up. We've had artists, they'll be singing their own song, and then all of a sudden they look back at you and be like, "I don't even know what I was thinking. I totally lost that line." I'm like, whatever.
I didn't know I
Whatever.
played there before, Joe.
You're
It's like,
allowed to
whatever.
you're allowed to do that if you wrote it, one, or if it's a George Jones song, because you're not the first person to forget a George Jones song.
He forgot to show up, didn't he?
Yeah, if you remember that, that's half the battle.
Yeah, but no, I like it. I like the genuine, raw, authentic, kind of vibe. And we've had a great crowd. We've had quite a few come up and quite a few regulars. We're trying to spread it out now, but like I said, we got like 13 shows coming here. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of work. It's gonna be a lot of time, but this is where my passion is. I can't play. I love music, but I'm just gonna keep promoting it and bringing it, and as long as they're willing to come, then I'm just gonna keep, you know, grinding away.
Well, man, we're certainly glad you do it. And like I said, that's why I wanted to reach out and get you on here. Of course, we want to promote Wes's show. It's the 22nd of February, correct?
Yep.
Correct. February 22nd. Doors open at 6. Dustin Vetter's opening them up at 7. Wes will go on at 8.
Okay. So we got
There's
that.
still a
It's gonna
few
be a good
tickets
old
left for
time.
that too. They're going pretty quick, but
They are going quick. I can seat about 135 in there, and I think I'm up to like 80 sold. So they're moving pretty good. I sold some tonight,
Nice.
so
hell
they're
yeah.
moving. They're moving. I didn't think New York had this many people. They even listen to independent music, and
Me either,
every
but I
time I
love
turn
them.
around, yeah, every time I turn around, there's like, I want to come to that. I'm like, all right, come on down.
Well, that's like I was
You know,
messaging with you about the other day, Joe. They just need an education on what good music is. Once you show it to
oh
them,
yeah,
they're in.
yeah,
They're like, "Oh, I get what the hell you're talking about now." And then now you've got these awesome fans that we all get to enjoy and can support these artists and put out the music that we like to listen to.
yeah. It's funny you say that because last year Wes came to Waz Fest for the first time, and there's this guy that he drives about 2 hours to come to us, and his name's Dylan Turner, and he's never been to a show before, no show ever. So this was like would have been his second show because he was going to see Cody Jinks just before this. And I said, well, that's not a Cody Jinks show. I said it's more intimate. It's in my eyes, these are the ones that really matter. You know what I mean? The
Yeah,
the artists, interact with you, hang out, and whatever you ask them, whatever, and they bounce things off, and they're just one of us at this point. And he left that night, and he was like, "Dude, you are not kidding." But he came to see Wes. He won a metal sign that I had made. I get a bunch of fabricated signs
Man,
made
they're
up.
cool as hell too. Cool people.
I need to get me
But
one of them.
yeah, so they're I'll try to bring one down with me when I come down in April.
All right,
But
sounds good. We'll put it on the
so
wall here.
yeah, so it's but those are the things. But the more things that people come and see, they realize like the intimacy of the shows that I'm putting on. Like I want to be a listening room. I don't want to be, I hate going to a room that is overpowering the artist.
Yeah,
That's not what we're about here.
Oh yeah.
I want people to sit here, and I don't want to discourage talking, but I don't want to hear you 10 tables away either.
yeah. Over there making a
You know, I,
fool out of yourself.
yeah, yeah. I don't mind you talking to your buddy quietly, but if someone's on that stage, I want you to respect my artists.
Yeah, absolutely.
And another cool thing about what you're doing, man, is the idea is eventually going to pinball to somebody that's about an hour or two from you, and
Hmm.
it'll create another spark in that area, and another place for folks like us to come stop through and play music.
Yeah,
And I feel like the more of that there is, I mean, the better it is for everybody, obviously.
yeah. It'll grow the movement
Yeah.
that's
Oh
going
yeah.
on right
Yeah.
now
Oh yeah.
because there's a damn resurgence of good music happening and
Anybody that started something like this has gone to something like this and been like, "Damn, I want to do something like
yeah,
this."
yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely, yeah, and they all do it because they love the music.
Oh yeah.
And if
Right.
you
All the ones that last is because they love the music.
Yeah, and if you're doing it for that reason, you're gonna be successful. That's just the way it's gonna happen because people are gonna support it. People appreciate and understand it. So, man, this was super cool. This is the first time we've had a call-in guest, Joe. So I think it worked out pretty good for us, man. We
I
certainly
feel honored.
appreciate.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we'll do it again. We'll do it
Right
again
on.
as we working on projects and stuff together. We can pull that in. It'll be really cool. I think we're just going to do this as its own episode and just do a short
wow.
one. And we'll just do a little plug for jamming at the Legion and Waz Fest because, man, we really appreciate all the support that you give and everything that you're doing for everybody. So.
And we've been watching it on Facebook, man. The crowds have been looking great. I'm excited for the show. It's gonna be a really fun
Wes,
show.
we're pulling 60, 70, 75 people at a show, and to be honest with you, this is the only third show. You're going to be the fourth show in, and the support and the people that are coming, it. I first started off saying, like, if I can get 30 people, I'll be happy. Because we've been to some shows that literally brought 20 to 30 people in when we go south, and I was like, what's going on here? And
Yeah.
I said, if I can do 30 people, I'm good. Now, I'm at 60, 70, and I was like, I want 80, 90. My dad's like, crawl, grasshopper, crawl first. So it's just like, I just want more people to, come and see it. I want more people to experience what I'm experiencing. It's like there's a guy named Eddie that just bought tickets to the show, and he's like, is there any chance that I could meet Wes? I was like, yeah, I'm sure you're going to meet Wes. And he's like, cool.
$100
That is
VIPs.
awesome.
No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, I thought about it. It's like everybody's asking for meet and greets for different shows. I'm like,
It'll cost them a joint and a conversation
and a bag of tater chips.
Yeah, hell yeah. The green M&Ms, only the green M&Ms.
Oh boy.
No, I'm happy to meet anybody, and most of us are, man. That's another cool thing about what we do is
yeah, well,
and something I hope I never lose if it gets bigger.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Every time we see each other, like when we were down at North Springs and you see me across the field and you're like, Joe, and you're waving and I'm like, nice. This is awesome. This is cool. This is just like I like.
Hell yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's something I think most of us hope we never lose when we get into this thing and it starts growing is being able to be a person. Like a regular person, you know what I mean? Because a lot of the times that's a what's the word I'm looking for? It's unattainable because you just kind of get caught up in being the musician instead of being
get stuck in the grind and forget. Which I mean, the road wears you down and stuff like that. And that's what I've seen with all these independent folks is. Everybody's willing to meet with fans and talk with them and interface and this. And I think it goes back into what I was talking about earlier, building some of the strongest fans that there are.
I've watched Creed Fisher do it, man. And for somebody as big as he is, like he'll wait till everybody's gone from that merch booth before he packs up his shit and leaves.
Yeah.
And, that's something I hope.
Yeah.
To still be able to do. Oh, I'm not a fucking asshole.
Yeah. Well, and for the fans out there, hell, go buy something. You might have 20 Wes Shipp t-shirts. Go get another one. Because we can't make anything off of streaming anymore. We've got to find different ways to build this into a career.
We'll have some new Wes Shipp merch in Alden, New York, by the way. So
good. Well, we're about to buy new dressers because of all of our independent artist t-shirts aren't fitting.
You sound like me.
I think Ange has some in the extra bedroom on like the bench right now because they just don't fit in the drawers no more.
Yeah, that's all I wear, man. I got hoodies I got from the venues I played at and t-shirts I got from my buddies that I got to play with.
Yep. So.
Well, that's super cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time, and I'm ready. I'm ready. Like it can't come quick enough and on to the next show, but it gives me a break to sit down, relax, and do whatever else I got to do too. So
Hell
it's
yeah.
all good.
Well, that's good
So,
stuff, Joe. We're gonna have to jump off here and get our podcast done. We got behind a little bit today and whatnot, but we did want to reach out and mention the jamming at the Legion and the Waz Fest and get you on here and talk about that just to get it out there and raise some awareness. Hey, there's a place you can go and consume some of the best music you've ever tickled your ears with. And
well, I appreciate you calling.
yeah, it's right there in Alden, New York.
Oh yeah.
Go up
Right
there.
outside of Buffalo.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and we'll be in touch. And you let me know if there's anything I can do to help you. And I hope to get up there sometime this year. And I think you're coming down here to the Rock House facilities in April, so it'll be good to hang
Yes, sir.
out and maybe get into some trouble or something.
Well, no trouble. I gotta get back home to work.
Just misdemeanor trouble. I wasn't talking about a felony. We'll keep it at the misdemeanor
Some
level. So we
slaps on
can,
the wrist.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That way we
All right,
we can
fair
get
enough.
out in the morning.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
All right, sounds good, Joe. Man, hey,
All
once
right, man.
again, thank you for everything you do, and if we can help you out, just let me know, and we'll be in touch.
All right, guys. Thanks. You guys have a great night, and thanks for having me.
All right.
right.
See you soon, Joe.
Yep. Bye now.
All right, see you, buddy. Bye.